Are you ready for today's speaking lesson?
Please listen to us and practice with us.
What a sunny day. I think I will make some lemonade. Do you want some? Yes, Dad. Thank you. By the way, why do you always wear suit? What do you mean? I always wear like this. Don't you like it? It's a nice suit. Yeah, it's nice, but it's not cool. It's sunny, Dad. Don't you think you should be wearing a t shirt, shorts, or sandals? You don't work today. Yeah, I don't work today, but I always wear like this. Well, not always. There was a time I didn't used to wear formal when I was studying at the university. Really? I don't believe you. I always remember you wearing this suit. Oh, it was before you were born, before I met your mother. In fact, there's a good reason why I always wear formal. It all started in the university with your mom. Seriously? You never told me about your story. My mom and you. Tell me. It was long time ago when your mother and I studied at the university. We studied together. The first day of classes, I didn't notice her. I met a lot of people, my partners, but I don't know where your mother was. She said she was there, but I don't remember. Anyway, as I told you before, I used to wear jeans, baggy pants, and t shirts. Soon, I met your mother in one of our classes. We were friends, not best friends. At least, not immediately. I had other friends. I spent time with them. With your mom, I talked to her, but only about the classes, homework, projects, and exams. The first time I saw her, I thought she was nice, a nice person, but just that. I didn't find her so beautiful. I mean, she was beautiful, and I knew it, but there was nothing special about her that made me fall in love with her. She used to wear glasses to study. I called her Glasses. That was her nickname. Soon we became good friends. We used to talk a lot. We studied for the exams together at the library. We sat together. With the time, we became best friends. We loved to spend time together, but only as friends. One day, she had a problem. She said her glasses were broken, and they were. So she wasn't wearing her glasses that day. That's when I noticed something. I could see her eyes. I had never seen her eyes like that before. She was always wearing glasses. Man, she had the most beautiful eyes I had ever seen in my life. Seriously. I don't know what had happened, but I liked her. As a woman, I started to see her as a woman, not like a friend anymore. I liked her a lot. And she was an awesome girl. I knew it. She was very intelligent. I had to study hard to pass my exams, but she didn't have to do it. I realized I was starting to fall in love with your mother. I was scared. I didn't tell her anything because I didn't want to ruin our friendship. We were best friends. I thought she didn't like me, just like her friend. I didn't dare to tell her anything. But one day we had a presentation. We had to present a project. It was a language project. By then, I was already applying to be a language teacher, and I liked to talk in front of people. I always liked to give presentations and talk to many people in the classroom or anywhere. And as it was a presentation, I had to wear formal, so I had to wear a suit. I went to the class. I was ready to talk about that presentation. Your mom was there. She was not in my group. We decided to make this presentation with other people. So when it was time for me to talk, I did it. I talked about the importance of language. That's all I remember about that project. Seriously. When I finished, your mom was there in front of me. She clapped and smiled. She said I was great, that I had a great presentation, and that she understood everything. So we finished the class and then we went home. I mean, she went to her house and I went to mine. But when we were walking, she told me something. She repeated how was great that day, that she didn't know I could talk like that, and that I looked good, wearing formal. I couldn't believe what she was saying. It was the first time she was saying something like that. Time went by and we had more presentations where I had to wear formal during that year. And every time I had to talk in front of everyone, your mother was there smiling and clapping. She repeated many times she loved to see me wearing like this, formal. So I decided to wear formal more often, even when I didn't have a presentation. We continued talking every day, and we had a wonderful time together. I loved her. I was already in love with her, so I decided to tell her I liked her eyes and I liked her. I asked her to be my girlfriend, and you know what? I knew she was going to say yes because I noticed how she looked at me when I gave my presentations and dressed formally. And she did. She said yes. We became boyfriend and girlfriend. Then we got married and had a wonderful child, you. And that's why I still wear formal. Because I know your mother likes it. And I got used to it too. I like it too. And that's the story, son. That's why your dad always wears suit. What do you think? I didn't expect that story, but I think it's great. Mom and you love each other so much. But before you liked her, Did you like other girl before you could see her eyes? Well, yeah, and your mother knows her. I can tell you that story some other day. Yeah, I would like to know, but don't let my mom hear us. And do you also want to know? Hello, teacher? Are you there? Do you have a minute? May I come in? Yeah, who is it? Is that you, Brandon? Come in. I think the door is open. Hello, teacher. I'm sorry to bother you. You must be very busy, but I need your help. Oh, Charles, don't worry. We just finished the teachers' meeting. I was about to leave. I have to go home to have lunch, but I think I have some minutes. Tell me. Oh, thank you so much. I wouldn't bother you if it weren't too important. Believe me. Teacher, I have a serious problem. I can speak English when I am with my friends or alone, but when I have to talk with other people, people I don't know, or when I have presentations, I panic. Teacher, I am scared. I can't speak English well. Help me, please. I see. What you want to know is how to overcome the fear of speaking in English. Yes, that's right. I need to know how to overcome my fear of speaking in English. People often feel anxious about speaking in front of classmates, speaking to native speakers, making mistakes, and various other things. Anxiety is very common, but if the words stop you from speaking, then you might miss opportunities to practice your English. Believe me, it happened to me when I was learning English many years ago. I lost many opportunities. Once, a coordinator from other country arrived and he needed a translator or a person who spoke English. It wasn't my job. I knew English. I could speak English, but I was scared. So I didn't say anything. They had to call a person from other area, and then the coordinator, he offered my coworker a job opportunity in other country in his company. It was shocking for me. That's when I decided that I was going to take any opportunity to speak English. You also can't get much feedback on your speaking from the teacher or other people. Other people miss out the chance to hear your ideas as well, like it happened to me. It takes time to overcome anxiety about speaking English, but it can be done. Here are some tips. There are many things you can do, but if you really want to overcome that fear, information is the key. I mean, you can be prepared before you face these opportunities. Plan what to do in case of problems. We often worry about having problems like these and not knowing how to deal with them. Ask yourself these questions. What if I forget a word? What if my mind goes blank? What if I don't understand what the other person is saying? They are good questions. By planning what you will do and say if these situations occur, You may feel less anxious. If you forget a word, for example, prepare some phrases such as I can't remember the word. What I mean is, and then try to describe the word. You could perhaps use synonyms. It's similar to, or antonyms. It's the opposite of, or if somebody says something you don't understand, you can say, sorry, I didn't get that. Or, sorry, could you say that again? Write these phrases in your notebook and practice them. And remember, communication is never 100% smooth, not even for native speakers. Overcoming such problems is a very normal part of speaking. Try that, please. The more prepared you are for a bad situation, the better you will get out of it. What else? Accept problems and mistakes. Very important. Learning a language is not easy, and you will definitely have problems and make mistakes along the way. Everybody does, but making a mistake can teach you a lot and help you to improve your skills. Remember that good speakers are not people who speak perfectly all the time. Instead, good speakers can solve communication problems when they occur. I also recommend you to start online, a less stressful way to start conversing in English is by doing it through text. If you're writing, you get a bit more time to think about what you want to say, and maybe even to use Google Translate if you need to. Seriously, you can use online language learning forums, chat rooms, or message boards, or even in the comments in this video. You can talk with me or other students and share your ideas. You can even start conversations through social media. These options give you a bit more time and help you practice the rhythm of a conversation without the fear that comes with actually speaking. Choose comfortable language partners just to start. It helps a lot. People you know, your friends and relatives, they may be less intimidating than strangers. Find partners that you know to help you feel less tense. Finding a language exchange partner may also be a good option. You can also develop methods to get calm. For example, take deep breaths, use positive self talk, challenge your negative thoughts, and very important, smile. There's actually quite a bit of evidence to show that our behavior can affect how we feel. Smiling can help make us feel more comfortable. So if you're feeling afraid during your conversation, smile. It could help you feel better. Oh, please, also, slow down. Having a conversation more slowly may make it easier for you to participate easily and help reduce your fear. People want to speak fast, even if it means they make many mistakes when speaking. Slow down, focus on the words you're saying. Try to speak good English. And of course, it helps to say that you're learning English and you're not an expert. Don't lie. This will help you release tension and feel less pressured when speaking. Do it, please. Now, I have to go. I am really hungry. If you want more tips about overcome this fear, yes, please. I want to know more about how to overcome my fear of speaking English. All right, then. You are here. You know we need to talk, right? Yes, Dad. I know. I want to say I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to. Relax. That's fine. I already admitted that I'm going to be a grandfather. In fact, I like it. I mean, I know you are young, but you are not a teenager anymore. You will be fine. You are 21 and you are in the last year at college. You already have a job, right? Yes, I got a job. A good company hired me last month. I am working there. You see? Then you will be fine. And I will be a grandfather. I like it. I know you had different plans. Anna and you wanted to travel more and get married first. But sometimes it happens. I understand that. I am sure you will be an excellent father. That's the problem, Dad. I don't know. Everything happened so fast, and I. What? Don't tell me you don't want to be a father. It's too late for that, son. You will be fine. No, I already assumed that I'm going to have a baby. We already talked about it with Anna, and we will work hard to give our child a good life. The problem is, I am scared that I don't feel prepared for this. I don't know how to be a father. I am really scared. It's too difficult. How could I take care of another person? I don't know. I mean, I have a good job. Anna also has finished college. She's also working for the moment. But I am scared. What if I can't be good enough to be that little child's father? I see. Let me tell you something. What you're feeling is something very normal. I'm telling you this because I was also scared when your mother got pregnant. But what does it mean to be a dad? Fatherhood is evolving as society and traditional family changes. But some things will never change, and I think I can help you with that. Listen to me. It will be very important to spend time with your child. How a father spends his time reveals to his child what is important to him. Kids grow up quickly, and the time to bond is now. There are plenty of fun ways to spend family time with children. Seriously. Well, I can tell you have always been there for me, Dad. I know that. Even when you had to work hard all day, you always asked me how my day was at the end of the day. Exactly. There are no excuses. there is always at least a little time to spend with your children. Also, discipline with love and positive parenting. Very important. All children need positive guidance and discipline, not as punishment, but to set reasonable limits. Dads should remind children of the consequences of their actions and positively acknowledge desirable behavior. Fathers who discipline in a calm and fair manner show love for their children and be your child's role model. Whether they realize it or not, fathers are role models to their kids. For example, a girl who spends time with a loving father grows up knowing she deserves to be treated with respect by boys, and she learns what to look for in a partner. Fathers teach boys and girls what is important in life by demonstrating honesty, humility, and responsibility. Never forget that. Earn the right to be heard. Fathers should begin conversations with their children about important topics when they are very young so that difficult subjects will be easier to handle as they get older. Take time for listening to your child's ideas and problems. Like now, eat together as a family. An important part of healthy family life is bonding through family meals. It gives kids the chance to talk about what they are doing and want to do. It is also a good time for fathers to listen and be involved. It provides a structure for families to be together each day. Read to your child. In a modern world dominated by television and internet, it is important that fathers make the effort to read to their children in order to grow lifelong readers. Begin reading when they are very young, and as they get older, encourage them to read on their own. Respect the other parent of your child. I'm talking about Anna and you. Parents who respect each other and demonstrate mutual respect to their children provide a secure environment for them. When children see parents respecting each other, they are more likely to feel that they are also accepted and respected within the father child relationship. Seek involvement early. Show interest early by understanding a father's role during pregnancy or the adoption or surrogacy process, and gently touch, play, hold, and talk to your infant child. Why? Well, when fathers are involved, they send a clear and empathic message. I want to be your father. I am interested in you, and we have a relationship that is important to me. Again, you will be fine. Few events change a man's life as much as becoming a father. Being entrusted with the responsibility and care of another person is a monumental task. But no one is more rewarding than becoming a father and seeing your child grow gradually into adulthood. With your affection returned in good measure and your child's self worth confirmed. And to finish, there's not a secret to be a good dad. You will learn to be one in the process. Just remember these tips and also love your child and your wife as much as you can. Protect them. Thank you, Dad. I feel a little nervous, but I am sure I can be an excellent father. You are right. And now, change that scary face. And let's go with Anna. She must be worried, and she needs you there with her right now. Let's go. Hello, Felipe. I'm happy you came. Come in. Take a seat, please. Hello, Richard. Wow, it's the first time I come to your apartment. I like it. Thank you. It is next to the beach. We can go there later if you want. Yeah, sure, but I need to ask you something. How much does this apartment cost? I would really like to buy an apartment like this. It must be really expensive, right? I don't know. I think it's $200,000 or something like that. I am not the owner. I just rent this apartment. I don't know the price, but yeah, I suppose it's expensive. Seriously? I can't believe you. And how much do you pay to rent this apartment? $1,000, approximately. Comes with garage and storage. $1,000? That's not cheap. Well, for me, with that amount of money, why don't you better buy this or other apartment? I mean, isn't it better to buy your own house? Why are you renting this apartment? That's how I also thought in the past. But then I understood that it's not better to buy. I prefer to rent. That's much better, in my opinion. In my case, it suits me better. Nah, I don't think so. With that money, you can be paying for a house, your own house. How can you say it's better to rent? Explain it to me, please, because I don't get it. All right. For some, renting is considered throwing money away, while buying is an investment. The truth is, the answer to rent versus buy question is much more complex than that. It's more like which size fits me. I will explain it to you. As I said before, the biggest myth about renting is that you're throwing away money every month. This is not true. After all, you need a place to live, and that always costs money in one way or another. While it's true that you aren't building equity with monthly rent payments, not all the cost of home ownership always go toward building equity. When you rent, you know exactly your housing cost each month. But one advantage is no maintenance costs or repair bills. That's excellent. One of the benefits of renting a home is that there are no maintenance costs or repair bills. This means that when you rent a property, your landlord assumes full responsibility for all maintenance, improvement, and repairs. If an appliance stops working or your roof starts to leak, you call the landlord, who is required to fix or replace it. I like that. Another advantage is no real estate taxes. One of the major benefits of renting versus owning is that renters don't have to pay property taxes. In some areas, the cost associated with property taxes can amount to thousands of dollars each year. What else? Oh, I know. More flexibility as to where to live. Renters can live practically anywhere, while homeowners are restricted to areas where they can afford to buy. That's too bad. Although rents can be high in areas where home values are also high, renters are more apt to find an affordable monthly payment than home buyers. Seriously. Also, the flexibility to downsize. Renters have the option to downsize to more affordable living spaces at the end of their lease. This kind of flexibility is especially important for people who want a less costly, smaller alternative that matches their budget. For example, me. Now I am paying $1,000 for this beautiful apartment. But if something happens, or if I want, I can move to a cheaper apartment whenever I want. Now, you know what is my favorite reason to rent this apartment rather than buying it? No down payment. Yeah, renters generally have to pay a security deposit that that is equal to 1 month's rent, and that's usually all. This deposit is returned to them when they move out, provided they haven't damaged the rental property. When purchasing a home with a mortgage, you are required to have a sizable down payment, typically around 20% of the property's value. That's a lot of money, my friend. I had that money. Yeah, I could buy a house. I had saved $20,000. But instead of using that money for a down payment on a house, I decided to invest it. I started my own business with that, and I also invested in other things, and it worked for me. Now I have my business, and maybe in the future I could buy a house with the money it produces. That's interesting. You know, I was saving money to buy my own house. It was my dream. But now that you told me about the benefits of renting a house, I think I will better rent. Wait a minute. It is not for everyone. If you like businesses and you can work hard, then you can choose that option. But you need to educate yourself before investing that money. If you don't have the financial education to make that money grow, it's better not to do it. Better buy that house, and thus you will pay the fee month after month, along with the interest. As I told you before, it's not for everyone. Plus, buying a house has also its benefits. Really? And what are those benefits? I want to know. Please. Well, there are many of them. Maybe after you listen to me, you can take a better decision.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.